Developer's Log, February 3rd, 2017. I should have started this video log when I started working on the game, but I was very focused on writing the code at that time. Since the game is in the prototype stage, I thought it would be best to introduce the game and discuss some of the issues I encountered along the way. The name of the game is Dojo Master. It's a two-player network board game where each side has 8 pieces. The players will take turns moving their pieces one at a time until all of their opponent's pieces are captured, or they capture their opponent's master, which is like the king in traditional chess. However, the pieces do not move in a set pattern like they do in chess. Instead, the players use cards to determine the possible moves for their pieces. The cards are exposed to all players so that both sides can formulate a strategy that allows them to make the best move and protect their pieces. Like I said, I'm through the prototype phase, which means that I have the game working from end to end with a few bugs, but it looks like crap, and I don't have a problem admitting that. I know I'm not an artist. To get around this shortcoming, I've moved on to finding talent that can make this game shine. To find help, I posted a request on the Unity forums, as well as on the Unity 3D subreddit. I chose to wait until I was in the prototype phase, since I assumed it would be more attractive to artists to see a working game and know that I had invested a lot of time in the project. I ended up finding 2 great guys, one 2D artist and one 3D artist, that would begin producing various assets for the game. Future devlogs will feature some of their prior artwork, and then you'll get to see some of the artwork they've created for this game. Besides the artwork, the second most difficult piece of the code was with networking. I started out using the Unity networking components, but hit a wall a few days after I started. No matter what I tried, I just couldn't get it to work. Their code may be great for first-person shooters, but it did not work for a turn-based game. But I'm not giving up on the Unity stuff yet. I'll try it again at a future date. I decided to switch to Photon because I had looked at their turn-based components a year or so ago and thought it might work for what I want to do. Unfortunately, Photon canceled their turn-based components, but they did roll them up into the PUN or Photon Unity Networking package, which also included an example of how to do a turn-based game complete with the scripts. However, the game was rock, paper, scissors, where the actions occur at the same time, so I had to modify the scripts they provided to support a I go, you go type of game, which is more common to board gaming. I also had a problem a few days ago that took a while to figure out, and in truth it was a rookie mistake. The game would run fine in the Unity editor when connected to the game client. However, as soon as I ran both clients from an executable, only some of the pieces would appear on the screen. I knew I wasn't flooding the Photon servers with too many messages, so I knew it had to be something in my code, and I was right. It turns out I was initializing the objects inside of the start method when I should have been doing it in the wake method. Once I moved the code to the correct spot, everything worked as expected. I'm already looking forward to the next game. I'm not really sure what I want to work on at this moment, but I'm coming up with something in the next week or so. Do I want to stick to a 2-player game, or maybe go with a single-player game like a platformer? Thanks for joining me for my first developer's log, and I hope you'll visit my channel again in the future. Be sure to like and subscribe so that I know that someone is getting a small bit of benefit from my videos. That way I'll know to keep making them. Have a great week.